Well, here we are. I'm not your typical manager. That's why I have the moniker underneath me. But we're here to celebrate another Full Metal Singles match for quite a swell gentleman here, Payson, Cinemaster Johnson. Payson, how are you feeling going into this matchup with Mr. Burnz?
You know what? I'm feeling like there's obviously a little bit of nerves because I want to get that first Full Metal win. But if there is any player that could loosen those nerves, it is Jay. Jay, aside from Anthony, is one of the people I attribute to giving me my break in this trivia league. We're talking about me so much in Classics, and I'm very, very excited to play him. I obviously want to win, and I'm going to do everything I can to win, but I also just want to have a fun match with Jay, and Jay is just one of the coolest guys in this community.
We want to make sure that your only loss stays to someone within the faction.
Yes.
Right? That's what matters the most. And Jay, we're coming for you because you're a guy who's on the opposing sidelines here. So be ready for what we have to offer.
Let's do it.
Sorry, I'm back. I just had to make sure of two things. One, that, yes, Payson does look like Stanley Kubrick. If Stanley Kubrick was negative, dead, and also maybe less than 25. That being said, his fake manager tonight also looks like Chad Smith and Will Ferrell if they were both brunettes, not gingers. Hi, Methan. How are you doing this evening? And what are we doing here? And why do I have to play? What's going on?
I'm doing well, man. I hope you're doing well as well. A lot of wells there, but yeah, no, I love. It's been a while since I've gotten to come in here and manage a match you're playing in. So it's been a while since I've heard all of your fun little character comparisons or real life comparisons you make to people, which I love. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're playing Payson. He's a really good player. He's one of the stronger rookies we've seen. But he's a rookie. He's 0-1, which is not necessarily reflective of his skill, but no, you're one of the most improved players in this league, and you become a really great player. And I'm excited to watch this match. It's gonna be a really good one. Full Metal. How this thing works. So it's gonna be a really good match to watch. But I know you're prepared and ready for this one, so I'm excited to see it go down.
Yeah, I can't wait. We went over some stuff before this started, and mainly it was just trash talking because obviously I don't study. I don't watch movies. I watched the MCU about 15 times. Why I'm still in regular movies, couldn't tell you. But I'm glad to be here. I actually can't wait to play Payson. Payson has quickly become like a really good friend in these leagues. He's somebody who's always up when I'm up. So he's really just somebody that's like really fun to bounce ideas off of. So I'm hoping to actually beat him because I think that it would cement the fact that I have become a better player. Let alone, the last time I was in a Full Metal match, I think I scored 5 points in the entire thing, though my opponent didn't score that much more than I did either. But I'm hoping to come out of round one with at least that many points, so I can't wait to see what happens here. Yeah, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Full Metal Trivia. I am your host for tonight, Brian the MacGuffin Michaels. After those promos filled with nothing but hate and mean words for each other, we know this isn't going to be a barn burner. We're here for another match. Two guys who have started off on kind of the losing end of things, but both looking to claw their way back up and really make a statement here tonight. But I can't do this alone. Tonight, as my co-host, I have with me a new face in Full Metal, Jake. Jake, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Jake. I'm pretty new to this whole thing, just kind of been lurking. I just had a trivia match tonight with Henry Confidential over at his page on There Will Be Movies, There Will Be Trivia. And it's just been a lot of fun, this whole giant community of trivias. And yeah, it's so I'm looking forward to hosting and hoping to have a good time.
All right. Well, let me be one of the first to welcome you here, and I hope you have a good time hosting as well, as we know you've already been playing. So, do you have any thoughts about tonight's match?
Well, they both seem like very relaxed with each other. They said it themselves they're good friends, but I'm just curious. I did see that he said that it was like Stanley Kubrick if he was dead. That was Payson. What Payson
Stanley
said?
Kubrick, if he was negative dead, as in not dead, apparently.
Oh, is it alive?
Back to being
Negative
under
dead.
20 years old, yes.
Okay, I'm glad for the clarification there.
Sometimes you need a translator with Jay, just saying.
Okay.
But then without any further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our competitors tonight. Heading to the ring first, with a record of 0 wins and 1 loss, it is Payson, the Cinemaster Johnson. And his opponent, coming into the ring with 1 win and 2 losses, known as the Arsonist, but tonight also wants it to be known as he's a giant pain in the ass. It is Jay, the Arsonist Burnz.
I love you, Jay.
Let's go. Love you too, buddy.
All right. Jake, why don't you go ahead and read them those round 1 rules for me?
Okay, the rules of round 1. Every competitor gets 8 questions from 8 different categories. For each question, they have 15 seconds to write an answer down. After the time is up, competitors will show and say what they wrote. A correct answer is worth 1 point. If a competitor answers all 8 questions correctly, they will receive a bonus question.
Any questions? You've both watched and played before. You know how it works. So we're going to go ahead and get you started with question 1, which comes in the category of sports movies. And that is, who plays Roy McAvoy in 1996's Tin Cup? Are you a sports guy, Jake?
I used to play a hockey. Haven't really kept up with it. I'm Canadian, so we all have played hockey here.
It's required, right? They
Yeah,
strap the skates on you at birth and
basically.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Also, just a reminder, I forgot to mention before, you do both get 3 repeats and 1 challenge for the match. Let's go first to Jay.
Oh, I didn't get it. I have Kurt Russell on my board, and I know that's not right.
And Payson.
It is not the brother of my fake manager, Kevin Costner. It is Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
That is correct. Payson taking the 1-point lead early. All right. Jake, go into question 2.
Alrighty, the category is comic book movies. Question: what is the nickname of the villain the titular league is assembled to hunt down in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
This was not a good movie.
I remember when we first got surround sound, we played this over and over again because it was like, whoa, it's like you're there.
That's a really good reason to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Payson.
I put Jack the Ripper. I know it's wrong.
And Jay.
Moriarty?
The answer we're looking for was the Phantom. Phantom.
Okay.
All right.
Both good
Question
guesses,
3.
though. They sound right. Should have been one of those.
Question 3. We're going to go for the category of Oscars, which I'm guessing League of Extraordinary Gentlemen did not win any. What musical artist won the Academy Award for Best Original Song for films released in 2006?
It actually did win the Oscar for Best Surround Sound.
I think that was the Best Buy Awards. Because, yeah, there wasn't much else good about that.
I thought it was cool when he turned into a big guy, the Dr. Jekyll.
There are scenes of it that are okay.
I haven't seen it in
5,
forever.
4,
Sure, it doesn't hold up.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jay.
Trent Reznor.
And Payson?
Did Jennifer Hudson sing an original song for Dreamgirls?
No, the winner that year was 3-6 Mafia.
Oh, yep.
Oh, it's hard out here for a pimp!
Musical interlude.
Can you
All right.
repeat that question?
What musical artist won the Academy Award for Best Original Song
In
For
what
film.
year?
for films released in
2006.
2006?
Can you get Robert in here?
Malcolm?
Yeah, you want to challenge it because that was released in 05, right?
That was 100% released in 05.
Yeah. Then I think that's a viable challenge, and I think we should go ahead and do it.
Then I will
We'll
challenge
be
it.
right back after this challenge.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, we're back from our challenge. We have double-checked the facts, and yes, Hustle and Flow was released in 2005, so that would not be the correct answer for the question. So we're just going to throw that question completely out and bring in a new question to replace it. All right, so your new question. What movie won the Oscar for Best Song for films released in 1998? I just need the movie title. And it is not Hustle and Flow. Five,
This ain't right.
3,
No, that's not.
Two.
Yep. Okay.
1. Markers down. I don't remember where we were, so I'll say J.
Mulan.
And Payson.
I think that might be right. I put the full Monty.
No, it was The Prince of Egypt.
Yep.
Prince of
Oh,
Egypt,
I knew
can you
it was,
believe
I knew it was a cartoon. I knew it was a cartoon.
All right, go ahead and hit question 4 then.
Question 4 is in the category of coming of age / teen. The question is, what substance is Sutter Keeley addicted to in The Spectacular Now?
A movie that I
Oh,
still have not
remember.
seen.
We all remember The Spectacular Now, right?
Actually, in this community, there's probably a lot of people who are really, really big on it.
Right.
The drug or
Probably-
the movie?
I'm not going to comment. 5,
Damn.
4, 3, 2, 1. Payson.
Alcohol.
J.
I said Adderall, the other one that starts with an A.
It is alcohol, so Payson getting that point.
Good pull, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Question 5 in the category of 1980s movies. Who plays lead vampire David in The Lost Boys? Do you have a favorite vampire movie, Jake?
Probably The Lost Boys.
Am I allowed,
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's up there.
Payson,
am
your
I
question?
allowed to ask for clarification? Do you mean lead like the leader or lead as in the lead of the movie?
The leader of the young gang of
Okay.
vampires.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking of.
Thank
Then I'm fucking wrong. I think I'm wrong.
I'm gonna give you
Which
time
is
to change
fine.
because you got new information, so I'll give you a couple extra seconds here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just hit it. I think we both have an answer on our boards.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Payson?
I believe it's Kiefer Sutherland.
Jay?
I said Corey Feldman.
Kiefer Sutherland is correct.
Yep.
I know you were thinking of the adult who turned the olive. Yes. Yeah.
Edward Frog is a hunter of the vampire.
Yes. One of the Frog Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question 6. Jake.
The category is comedy. In Caddyshack, the golf course is tormented and eventually blown up by what type of animal?
I'm on the board.
Oh, the famous last words.
6 questions in. I'm on the board.
But you're just here to have fun. You know that.
Yeah,
You love
you're 100. Exactly. As a man in my faction, that hurts a little bit, but you're not wrong.
No, you said I'm quoting your words from earlier in the promo. 5, 4,
You're supposed to go back in my face, Brian.
2. You're just here to look good. That's fine. All right, Jay
Gopher.
and Payson.
Overall, Gopher.
It is a gopher. Jay is on the board.
Just a fun fact about Happy Gilmore. On the VHS box, it said the best golf comedy since Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. Well, there goes the question in round 2.
Yeah.
God,
That's not even
bro.
true because there was Tin Cup. Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the
someone
movie with
thought
Kurt
it
Russell,
was.
right?
Kurt Russell, yeah. Okay, category 7 in musicals. In what 21st century musical will you hear the songs Love You I Do, One Night Only, and I Am Telling You I'm Not Going? would break into song, but that might give things away, so I won't.
They'd instantly be able to tell.
4, 3. I'm sparing you all. Trust me. 2, 1.
You motherfucking Malcolm.
Markers down. Payson, now you can say it.
Fucking Dream Girls.
And Jay.
Nope, didn't have it.
Oh,
I
God
had to do
damn
that
it.
question with a straight face.
yeah.
All right, brings the final question, Jake.
The category is plot summary. Name the film. In the late 1960s, 4 strangers check into a deserted hotel staffed by a single desk clerk. Some of the guests' reasons for being there are less than innocent, and some are not who they appear to be.
One of these shorter plot summaries we've gotten here. Usually they like to write really long ones, and then people ask for repeat, so we just have to talk for a minute straight.
So, Dreamgirls was nominated for 3 Oscars for the songs. All 3 of them were nominated, or no?
If you watch one of these matches, you'll realize Oscar's not my strong suit, so I'm going to take your word for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying it must have divided the vote. I don't.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Jay
Good Times at the Battle Royale.
and Payson.
It's Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. Yes, Payson.
That's a
I
very
fucking
funny-
had it too. My goodness. Oh, good pull, bro.
With no perfect rounds, that is the last question in round 1. I have us at a score at the end of round 1 of 6-1. Is that what you have?
Oof.
Are you keeping-
I believe I had 6, so.
I have 1. That sounds about right.
Okay. All right. And our line judge has the same score, so we're going to move on to round 2, which of course is the wheel round. Jake, go ahead and hit us with those rules.
The round 2 rules. The leading competitor will decide to go first or second. The player going first will bet on either red or black. The wheel will be spun and will land on either a category or a color. If a color is spun, the competitor with the corresponding color will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, the competitor can choose to take it or respin. If they respin, they will have to stick with whatever category the wheel lands on. From the category, the competitor will receive 4 questions worth 2 points each. Multiple choice is available, reducing the point value to 1 point. Opponents can steal the points available if the question is answered incorrectly.
All right. And our categories tonight. Go ahead and read those for them.
The categories are biopics, or biopics, depending on how you say it. Matt Damon, scores and soundtracks, drama, quotes, action adventure, Meg Ryan, vampire movies, View Askew, which is Jay's strength, and 2010's director filmography, which is Payson's strength.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in Payson's manager, or manager for the night at least. Would you guys like to go first or second?
Well, Payson, first of all, good job.
Thank
It's a very, very, very solid first round. How are you feeling about this wheel? It's a pretty good wheel, I would say.
Yeah, it's a pretty good wheel, but I would like to go second just to see what I am working with afterwards, just to make it a little more comfortable for what I got to do in round 2. So I would like to let Jay go first.
Absolutely. Sound strategy, sir.
Okay. Then let's bring in Jay's manager.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I
Malcolm,
would just like to defend Payson real quick and say that he is not a member of Dawson's Creek, nor did he ever act on the show. His name is not Payson, it is Payson. Other than that, I am doing well. We had a conversation about this before this match started, so I hope that wheel has been primed.
And
it would appear not. Malcolm, why don't you take that off screen and spin it a couple times?
Brian, do we have to decide?
Yes, that's the next order of business. Jay, since you are spinning first, do you want red or black?
Ethan, what are you feeling?
I personally lean towards red. How you feeling about it?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
Because there's
go.
so much strategy involved in this. Yes. Okay. So Jay is taking red. which makes
Also, are red and black next to each other on the wheel? That's been a problem in matches of late.
let's look. This wheel's been primed. Red
They are
is
not next to each
they are
other.
not next to
Okay,
each other.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
All right, so here will be your first spin, Jay. Hit it,
Okay.
Malcolm. Drama.
It's okay. I mean, there's better
It's
stuff
okay.
on there. There's,
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
how you feeling? You feel like maybe we risk it?
I say we risk it for the biscuit. We in it for the long haul. It's
All right, let's do
it's round 3 or nothing. What we get is what we get. I say spin again.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
Jay's spinning again. Hit it one more time.
Agreed.
My phone's on 7%, just as a heads up.
All right.
Biopics.
Biopics. Okay.
All right. All right. Jake, why don't you go ahead and read Jay his questions in biopics?
Okay, for question number 1. In Jet Li's Fearless, the English boxer that, oh man, Hugh Yuan-jia faces shares his name with what Greek mythological figure? So, do you want me to repeat that one?
Just for the sake of yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Can I just in Jet Li's Fearless, the English boxer that Jet Li faces shares his first name with what Greek mythological figure?
I have a fucking worry that they're both gonna be there.
Answer, repeat, or multiple choice in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question for me, please.
As first repeat for Jay.
In Jet Li's Fearless, the English boxer that Jet Li faces shares his first name with what Greek mythological figure?
Okay. What Greek mythological figure? We're gonna go ahead and go multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, Zeus, B, Perseus, C, Achilles, and D, Hercules.
D, Hercules.
That is correct for a point.
Fuck. I knew it. I was stuck between Perseus and Hercules, and I was like, I bet both of them are gonna be on multiple choice too.
I was thinking either Hercules or Achilles, so.
Question 2.
Okay. You can't see both my hands.
Okay, are you ready for question number 2?
Go ahead. Hit me with it.
In Judy, what is the last song that Judy performed at her final performance that had the audience singing along with her?
Give me multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Over the Rainbow, B, The Man That Got Away, C, The Trolley Song, and D, Get Happy.
I'm gonna go with A, Over the Rainbow. Final answer.
That is correct for a point.
Okay. Fuck. I'm mad at myself. I knew that.
Well, you might have called it Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I don't know if that would have been technically
That's-
correct. So.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Okay, you ready for question number 3?
Yes, sir.
In My Left Foot, what is the first word that Christy writes?
Give me multiple choice.
Is it A, mother, B, father, C, mama, or D, papa?
Mama.
That is incorrect. The answer we were looking for.
No.
Oh,
No.
fuck. The options are A, mother, B, father, C, mama, or D. Papa?
I believe it's Papa.
Okay, now that is incorrect. The correct answer was mother.
Mother.
Jake has
Okay.
never been
sorry
happier
for
to
that
hear a
one.
wrong answer. No controversy.
I think I had to mess it up once to never do it again.
It's okay. That happens multiple times. Don't worry about it. Okay. Question 4.
Who directed and starred in 2007's The Great Debaters?
I'm stuck between two people. Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Spike Lee, B. Denzel Washington, C. Forrest Whitaker, or D. Nate Parker.
Denzel Washington. Final answer.
That is correct for a point.
Fuck, I'm so mad at myself. I was like, it's between. I said it's Denzel. It's my man Denzel, and then I was like, no, fuck. I think Forrest Whitaker popped into my head, and of course, both of them are in multiple choice.
All right, so Jay racking up another 3 points there, bring us to a score of 6-4 right now, going into Payson's half of the round. Let's bring back his manager, Robert, and the wheel, and here will be your first spin.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Scores and soundtracks. Would you like to take that or spin again?
Payson, I assume just based on kind of the fact that you have a little bit of a lead here, you would probably want to spin again, but
Yeah. I mean, it is data. I'm usually pretty okay with that, but I think there's a lot of better things on the wheel. I think we can spin again.
I think you can take a risk here.
Yeah,
for sure.
let's go for it. Spin again.
I'll spin it again. All right, you are stuck with this category it lands on. No, you're not. We're going to spin again. Spin one more
Funny how
time,
that wasn't
Malcolm.
taken off yet. Malcolm.
Malcolm, spin that one more time.
Spin it.
Spin.
Spin.
Malcolm, are you there?
If this lands on his color, I'm calling shenanigans. This should have been taken off of the wheel.
What's going on?
Malcolm, are you there?
And it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm here.
He needs to respin. He needs to respin. We already did biopics.
Oh, right.
Spin one more time.
My mum just distracted me.
All right.
Okay.
Matt Damon. Okay.
No.
All right. So I will be giving you your questions in the category of Matt Damon. All right, Payson. Question 1. Matt Damon provided his voice to what 2010's animated sequel? Answer, repeat, or multiple choice in 5, 4.
Multiple.
Okay, multiple choice options are A, Ice Age Continental Drift, B, Happy Feet 2, C, Rio 2, or D, The Secret Life of Pets 2.
This up. Rio 2.
That is incorrect, Jay. A chance for a 1-point steal.
Can I get those options?
Your options are A, Ice Age Continental Drift, B, Happy Feet 2, C, Rio 2, or D, The Secret Life of Pets 2.
I'm stuck between two. Let's go with
5.
Secret Life of Pets 2.
Also incorrect. We were looking for Happy Feet 2.
Okay. Yep.
Happy Feet.
Yep. As soon as I said it, I was like, no, it's Happy Feet.
I believe there's a gay krill in that movie along with Brad Pitt. Is that correct?
Hey, we don't
I honestly don't know.
we don't ask those questions around here.
He didn't just make a
he
judgment.
does.
He was just making a statement.
Yeah, it's actually a very progressive movie in a strange way.
All right, question 2 for Matt Damon. In School Ties, Damon's character cheats on a test in what subject?
I kind of want to go for it, but English.
Incorrect. Jay, a chance for a 2-point steal.
Physics.
Also incorrect. We're looking for history. History.
Okay.
Question 3. What singer plays herself in Stuck on You?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Madonna, B, Celine Dion, C, Whitney Houston, or D, Cher?
Cher.
Cher is correct for 1 point.
I was really hoping you'd go for it.
And your final question in the category of Matt Damon. In The Talented Mr. Ripley, Tom goes to what European country to track down Dickie Greenleaf?
I believe it's Italy.
You believe correct. That is 2 points.
Okay.
All right,
Good
so
pull, buddy.
Jay and Payson
Good pull.
both getting 3 points in round 2, bringing the score to 9-4. As we are going to go into round 3. Go ahead and hit us with those round 3 rules, Jake.
I am just looking for those round 3 rules.
It's a long document.
It should be right
Yes.
before round 3 questions in the
He's
document.
getting there.
You might think so.
Literally between English and history on that school ties one. I was
Right.
like, I've heard this before. Ugh.
I feel like
All right.
Rue's asked us that question before. I feel like that's been a question in like a Rue classic before.
Round 3 rules. There'll be one question worth 2 points, 2 questions worth 4 points each. There is no multiple choice available, but there is also no stealing. A wheel will be. Is this? Yes, this is correct, right?
Yes.
A wheel will be spun to determine the movie for each question. Players will have the option to respin only one time in round 3, so choose wisely. If a movie has no questions remaining on a respective point value a player lands on, they will get a technical respin. The player behind will start answering questions first. Once that player ties or moves ahead of their opponent, the other player will get their first question. On the 4-point spin for a player, the first 4-point question will be asked. On the second 4-point spin for the same player, the second 4-point question will be asked, unless the same movie gets spun for both players' first spin, in which case they will both be asked. Each player will go back and forth answering questions until a player is mathematically eliminated.
No.
Do you want me to list off the movies for this match?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. Coming to America with the 2 spelled T-O.
As in the first film, yes.
Yes. Big Hero 6.
What? Oh no!
Back to the Future
Thank
Part
God.
2. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. The Mighty Ducks. Irma la Dos. Deuce?
Deuce.
Deuce.
Bumblebee and Oscar.
All right. Payson is in the lead, a score to 9-4. So we're going to go with Jay until he takes the lead. Jay, let's bring in your manager, Ethan.
All right.
Malcolm, why don't you bring up that movie wheel?
Jay, real quick, 5 points. This is our bread and butter. Let's do it.
All
I'm
right,
saying.
remember, you do get
We have
just
that
one
4-point
respin
ability?
for this round. All right, let's give you your first spin for your 2-point question.
That wheel was primed, correct?
Yes. Big Hero 6, do you want to take that for your 2-point or use your 1 respin?
I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, I think you're good with this one.
Like I think I should take this.
I agree.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take this.
Okay. Ordinarily, we would swap for round 3, but because I am in the faction with Jay to avoid shenanigans, we're going to continue
It's
to have Jake
understandable.
read Jay's questions. So, Jake, go ahead and read him the 2-point question in Big Hero 6.
All right. The 2-point question is, who voices Honey Lemon?
I believe her name is Genesis Rodriguez.
Bing. Correct.
Let's go.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Love you, Doc.
Yep.
So brings his score up to 6. He is still behind though, so we're going to bring up back the wheel for your 4-point question. And Ethan, yep, there he is. Go ahead and spin it.
All right.
All right, 4 more points, man. Let's get it. You happy with this?
I can't see what line.
The Mighty Ducks.
Is it 50 or 6? Oh, the Mighty Ducks?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You want to keep it?
Feel good?
Yeah. Let's go for it. If for some reason I don't end up getting this, we have the spin again on round on the next spin. Yeah, let's go for
Okay, they're gonna take Mighty Ducks.
last night, so
Jake, give him the first 4-point question listed for Mighty Ducks.
What was the score of the Hawks' first game against the Ducks?
I believe the score to the Hawks versus the Ducks.
Five.
17-0.
Good job.
That is correct. Good job.
You were about to second guess yourself, weren't you?
No, well, so I couldn't remember if the first match was against D5 district. Well, obviously the question's already been asked. I couldn't remember if it was District 5 or if they were the Ducks at that point in time. So it was a 50-50 shot.
Okay. So you got 4 more points, bringing your score up to 10. You are now in the lead 10-9. Avoid the TKO as we go over to Payson then for his 2-point question.
Let's go, baby. Regardless, hell of a game.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and spin for your 2 points.
See what fate decides.
I'll take that.
Back to the Future Part 2. He is taking it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Of course. Yeah.
I will read that question. All right. In Back to the Future Part 2, who plays Jennifer Parker?
Elizabeth Shue.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good pull, baby. Good pull. It all comes down to this, and I don't care what it is. It wasn't a TKO. It wasn't a KO. I'm just glad for myself here.
Okay, yes, with that, Payson is regaining the lead 11-10, so we're going to go into a do-or-die situation with
One more, Jay.
Jay's last 4-point question. Spin that wheel. You do still have your respin left if you would like to use it. Back to the Future Part 2.
There's a
about
lot
this.
of things about this movie that
Detail heavy movie.
I think we should respin.
Okay.
Okay, he wants to respin. Hit it, Malcolm.
Yeah, well, we should respin.
All right, let's do it. One more, man. It's fate. You got this.
You're still going to
Oh, I thought it was
Back to the
Oscar
Future
for a
Part 2.
second. Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
I was actually
Jake,
kind of hyped for it.
Jake, go ahead and give him his the second 4-point question listed for Back to the Future Part 2.
The second 4-point question.
Yes.
Okay. Doc Brown corrects his past self when accidentally talking to him during the lightning storm at the clock tower, suggesting he uses what size wrench?
Answer or repeat in 5, 4.
Repeat the question for me, please. I have
That's your
one
second.
left, correct?
That is your second repeat. You have 1 more left. Go ahead, Jake.
Doc Brown corrects his past self when accidentally talking to him during the lightning storm at the clock tower, suggesting he uses what size wrench?
Three-quarters, not 5/8.
That is correct.
That
is correct. The 3/4 wrench for 4 big points, staying in the game. The score is 14-11. Payson still has his 2 4-point questions left. Bring back in his
Oh my
manager
god!
and the
I was
wheel.
so worried I got those flipped.
Great job, Jay.
Okay, here's your first spin for your first 4-point question. The only thing you cannot get is Back to the Future 2. Bumblebee, would you like to keep that or use your 1 respin?
So, Payson, you only have to answer one of these. So
Yeah.
you have the option, if you don't feel as good about this, to spin again to try to win it now, or if you want to hold it to see what this belays. So it's up
You know
to
what? I watched this one last night. I feel pretty dang good about it.
Okay.
I would like to keep it.
Okay.
Good. And we got that spin in the back pocket if for some reason.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, he is keeping this. Okay, so your first 4-point question for the movie Bumblebee. What is the name of the book Ron gets Charlie for her birthday?
Smile for a change.
And your winner, Payson, the Cinemaster Johnson.
Jay, great
That
game.
was actually a great match. Came down, only 1 question was left on the board. Yeah, that one was fun. Let's go ahead and go into our post-match interviews. Let's start with our unfortunate second place finisher, Jay. Let's bring in your manager, Ethan. Payson can step out for a moment. There we go. Thoughts on the match?
Honestly, I can't even be mad. Like, I got to round 2. I answered all 3 of my round 2 questions, or all 3 of my round 3 questions correctly. I wish that I had maybe used one of those repeats that I needed for that Kevin Costner, which would have put us just a little bit better there, and maybe used a little bit more of better judgment in Payson's round 2, and gone with my gut a little bit more. But I walked into this match not even expecting to get to the 3rd round. So to be able to answer all 3 of my questions in round number 3, honestly, I don't mean to be braggadocious here, but does show how much of a better player that I have become. Regardless of the scores between round 1 and 2, neither one of us played our best today. But the fact that I was able to come in and answer all 3 of my round 3 questions, I think lets everybody know that I'm a little bit better than people estimate me to be. And the fact that one of my losses is a triple threat match with 2 people who are just about the exact same caliber as the player that I played today goes a long way. As much as people may or may not want to agree or accept that, that's literally just the facts. This was great. Methan, how do you feel about how I played today?
I feel great, honestly, because I know that you felt like, you were climbing an uphill battle. And, I think that, especially considering you got biopics in round 2, which is not a strength of yours, and you got all 10 points in round 3, like you brought it back and you brought it within 1 question for Payson. Like that's a really great game, So, yeah, I mean, did you win? No, but did you put a great game? Yes, and that's fine. And Payson's a great player, so putting up that game against Payson, I'm super happy with how you played.
I think I showed that even when the chips are down, I'm not one of those people to count out, because I will fight back. Especially if it comes to scoring 10 points in round 3. You know how difficult it is to actually score all 10 of those points in round 3? Sometimes it's stuff that slips through the crack. I am so glad that I watched Back to the Future Part 2 last night, because there are 2 people in this room who know how much I don't actually like that movie. So for me to be able to actually get that correct is honestly great to me. Payson played a hell of a game. He had me in round 1, and then round 2 didn't really go. Round 2 spin didn't really go my way. Obviously, I wanted Kevin Smith movies. Obviously, I wanted to be a skew, but this was great. Payson, a hell of a game, buddy. I'm glad that it came down to round 3, and I told you in a private message that this would be a drag down brawl. I wasn't just going to go quietly into that night. I was going to fight. And on it, I feel like it did. So I'm not going to hang my head, even though I lost and my record is 1-3. That sucks. I hope that I'm able to come back and actually have a good match. No, this wasn't a good match, but you know what I'm saying. But Payson, congratulations. Hell of a game. Ethan, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me calm. Because going into round two, down by 5 points, not really the greatest of situations for anybody, but you're proving why you're one of the better managers in the league, and I appreciate you for being here. I know you had to move tonight.
No worries.
I agree. I mean, I think after round one, I know you real struggle in round one. It was a lot of people would have counted you out. I know that sometimes you can get in your own head if you start off with a bad round. So I was very impressed how you kept through it in that round three, knocking all 10 points out. That shows that you've been doing the work, and putting in the work is how you win matches. You didn't quite come up with a win tonight, but you really showed that you've got what it takes to never count you out, like you said, and watch out for that round three. So
Now, Jay,
thanks a lot.
Sorry, I do have a question for Jay. I see you were very excited that the prospect of getting Oscar as a category. I did force myself to sit down and watch that one today. Is that one that you watched in preparation for this?
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. So over the last, I'll make this real brief. Over the last 4 days, I've watched 8 of the 10 movies because I really didn't need Big Hero 6 a whole bunch. And I didn't need Coming to America a whole bunch. So the other 6 movies over the last 4 days, I have sat down and watched. I watched Irma La Douce first. And honestly, I can say this, that 2 hour and 23-minute movie needs to be cut by 45 minutes. Lord X is the funniest part about that movie. Oscar, I was so ready for how much money did Anthony steal from Oscar, or not Oscar, but Snaps. I was ready. I have that. I literally watched that and like burned that into my head because I was waiting for that question. Mighty Ducks, I watched it like 1.5 speed. It's still a good movie. I'm sorry, RJ. I know you'll probably watch this eventually, but no, I watched all of these movies except for 2 in the last like 3 or 4 days. So I was really kind of stressing about whether or not I would be able to pinpoint who is in what movie or what plot point you were looking for. But this was great. This was fun. And Oscar, definitely a better movie than I had given it credit for walking into it. Walking into
People don't give the movie
like,
enough credit. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we got to cut you. We got to cut you off. We got to wrap this up. Let's go over to our winner tonight, Payson, the Cinemaster Johnson, and his fake manager, because your real manager didn't think you were important enough. Just saying, come to Club Red.
Not while I'm on the call.
Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you did real well in round one. Round two, you got some tough questions there. I'm not gonna lie. I think both of you got some tough round 2 questions. But you pulled out the win. What are your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, going into this match, I just had one wish. I just wanted to answer one 4-point question correctly. Because if you saw my last Full Metal match or my Warzone team title match, you know that I struggle with deep cut studying questions. So I made sure I took extensive notes on every single one of these movies. I think I took 11 pages of notes on Irma La Douce, which I actually enjoyed, but Jay is right. Does need to be cut down, and I'm so happy that I was able to hit at least one deep cut question correctly.
Yeah, and
Oscar,
I think,
is that an underrated movie?
No, it's shit.
Oh no, Payson didn't like Oscar at all.
yeah.
Thank you.
I think we can
Trevor, go ahead.
I think we can say from this match, first of all, Jay is a delight. I think that's obvious.
Yes.
But I think if you're ever questioning your ability in a match, and depending on what division you're in, deep cuts is a way as an equalizer because it's about working. And it's nice if you want to get to the elite level, you have to be talented, but you also have to be willing to put in the work. And I think one of the best things about Payson is he's willing to put in that work. He thinks he's not good at deep cuts. I think that's bullshit. I think that was just like some things happened in one match that caught you. But I think this just proved that Payson's somebody to look out for. Jay did a lot in this match, and I was very impressed by him. But I think Payson is a great combo of talent, deep cut knowledge, and wide-ranging breadth of knowledge. And I think that was all proven today.
Thank you, Robert. And yes, if the man above me is willing to watch Napoleon Dynamite, that is what you got to do in order to become a deep cut. But you know what? That's a gift that I gave to you.
Yeah, that was a gift. But I mean, you're right though. Those deep cut rounds. I mean, deep cut rounds are the only ones where you know exactly what movies you have to watch and study.
Yep.
So I can attest from both Full Metal and in Multiplex. If you want to reach those elite levels, That's where you put in the work, and you can see it pays off. It paid off here tonight. It almost paid off for Jay too, but we went in there with a little bit of deficit. But you did a great job. Your record is now 1-1. So you're 500. Your next win will put you in the win column. So yeah. So thanks a lot for coming. We'll see you guys again. Let's wrap this up. Jake, do you have any final thoughts on the match?
Oh, just thank you for everyone's patience as I get through the road bumps of co-hosting one of these
time
things.
For a first time. We've all had. I've had my gag reel. Trust me. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a great time, and I hope you guys have me back at some point. So, thanks a lot.
Well, it's great to have you here. We had a great match. It ended up, early on. I'm going to say it looked like it was going to be kind of a short match, but at the end, it really came close. Like I said, only one question was left on the board. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time on Full Metal Trivia.
Bye, guys.